think we're going to get started. Thank you all. You can come on in. There's plenty of room. Joanne, come on in. So this microphone, there's no speakers in here, but these are going over the other side, so I'm not just holding this like a statue. All right, enough of that. Well, listen, tonight we want to keep this pretty light. We're here to thank our sponsors. We're here to recognize our committee. And we really want to get outside. The weather is fabulous. It's a perfect night to take a look at the Walk and Wonder that's been in town for 2 days, and it's already causing a big stir. So hopefully everyone will have a chance. I think you all have had a chance to pick up a brochure that's got the map. The majority of the statues are within the Buffalo Street, Courthouse, Center Street area, but there's also a couple down at the park, and you'll certainly have a nice night to walk down there as well. So we certainly encourage when we're done that you take advantage of this beautiful night and maybe even buy an ice cream cone across the street or something. So,
put that on the city.
Pardon me? Actually, I think that wheel tax will take care of that, Bob. I'm sorry. But you know, oftentimes there is controversy in this hall right here, but we're going to lighten it up tonight. That's the last one. We're not going to talk anymore about that. So I think I want to start, before we recognize all our sponsors, I really want to have our committee led by Michelle, my assistant, Darla and Paula and Mary Cottrell, Cindy Dobbins, Trina Hoy, Melody Core. I want everybody to come up. Did I miss anybody? Come on up. You guys come up here. I want you guys to see who was responsible for bringing this unbelievable exhibition to our community. Please come up front here. I'm just going to tell you right now, all I said was yes. This group has done everything, led by Michelle, and the committee has done it all. They brought you all together. They brought these statues to the community. This exhibition will run through September 28th, so they're going to be here for 4 months. Watching these statues the last few days out of the windows here, I think the statues are going to make a lot of friends in this community. I've seen some unbelievable reactions to these statues. I mean, I hate to say this, but any one of you in here could be a statue because they're very lifelike, and they're almost a little creepy, I told Michelle. But not really. It's an amazing exhibit, and if you stand there and look at them, you know, you can really understand what the artist was trying to do. He's kind of the Norman Rockwell of sculptures, I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. So, but I don't know anything about art. These guys know more about art. So I would like for you all to give a wonderful round of applause to everybody standing here for all the hard work. A job well done. Thank you. Now I want you guys to stay up here because as we recognize our sponsors, I'm going to have each one of you hand a certificate to our sponsors. You can take turns doing that, so your work's not done yet. So our master sponsors, a huge portion, the vast majority of the cost, the underwriting cost of this exhibit was because of the generosity of our sponsors. And I want to start with, we have 14 master sponsors who sponsored 14 statues. You'll note we have actually 16 statues, and we had other donors who are listed, I believe. Where are they listed, Michelle? On the last page. So if everybody's got their booklet, the master sponsors are listed who we will honor tonight. There are other partners who we'll also talk about, but the Arts Friends are also the group that have helped allow us to get a couple extra statues and have really added to the total. So let's start with the master sponsors. We're going to go in numerical order here from the Walk and Wonder brochure. So the first one is Unconditional Surrender. sponsored by McCatton Sadler Funeral Chapels. Anybody here? There's John. Come on up, John. Thank you very much. Tomorrow night at First Friday, John is organizing. John, what's the name of the group? The 45 group, the veterans from the community we're actually going to unveil this statue tomorrow night for them as a part of First Friday. It'll start at 5:30. And all the veterans from the county, World War II, have been invited. We'll be taken care of under a tent, and we're going to have a real nice program for them tomorrow night. So hopefully the weather will be as good tomorrow, and I'd ask you to come down and take part in that. That starts at 5:30. So, John, thank you for your help with that as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, would you all like to? We're trying to replicate that right now.
Debbie, you know what you're getting into? Everybody stand back.
It's been a privilege. Thank you.
Thank you very much. McCatton Sadler.
Thank you.
The second statue, which is over on the north side of the courthouse, across from Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, is called Contact. And I think that's self-explanatory from the statue. You'll see what I mean. And that's been sponsored by the Esther Fleiter Charitable Trust. John Elliott's here to acknowledge. We'd like to acknowledge his things. Thanks, John.
We tried to find one that had math, but we couldn't.
Algebra.
So these statues, there was a catalog of statues. Michelle, how many statues does Mr. Johnson have? I mean, that you were able to select from? Yeah. So there were a couple hundred, 250. This is actually the only Midwest exhibition this summer. But there were other exhibitions elsewhere in the country, and we kind of had to kind of pick and find the statues that were available. And I think the ones we got were very pleased with them. I know the committee's very pleased with them. But it was a very interesting process, and I'm not going to pretend I know what they went through to do it, but just go out and walk around and you'll see the result of that. So, again, thanks to the committee for that. The third is Sidewalk Judge. This is over on the east side of the courthouse, correct? And this is sponsored by Winona PVD Coatings, LLC. There he is, Fred. Thank you very much. So far, Fred, everybody's made a little speech. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
No, I'll pass.
All right, thanks. Thank you. All right, number 4, sponsored by Richard and Linda Dilling, is Monet, our visiting artist, which sits right out in front of the courthouse here, or the city hall facing the courthouse. Are the Dillings here?
Yes.
There they are.
You have to look at the painting online.
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting statue. The artist is painting the courthouse, and the artist has actually, Mr. Johnson actually put a replica painting of the courthouse on the easel. So be sure and take a look at that when you're out there. Don't miss that. It's really interesting.
And it is very appropriate that it is a photo taken by Al Disbrow. That was given to them.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciate it. Okay. Let's go on to number 5. Nice to see you. This is one that's quickly becoming a favorite. This is one that was sponsored by the group of patrons, correct? So everybody give the Art Friends. I'm going to read them real fast. sorry. Bodkin Abstract, Jeff and Michelle Borman, Max and Marty Courtney, Cox Studio, Liana Fernback, Dennis and Michael Klunderis, Milton Rehome Grain, Intersect Technologies, Jansen Orthopedic, JB's Furniture, Doris Kessler, Key Bank, Lakeside Chevrolet, Matt Anthony, Male Fashions, John and Darla McCammon, Mutual Bank, Old National Bank, PNC Bank, Ramsey and Wiggins, Gary and Carol Salyer, Bradley Company, Symmetry Medical, Titus Funeral Home, Town of Winona Lake, Tricapa, Turner Valentine, Wabash Electric, and Wildman Business Group. Hope I missed a couple. I got a few more. Mike and Rebecca Kabaki, NIPSCO, Paragon Medical, Penguin Point Restaurants, Terry and Sandy Tucker, Beacon Credit Union, New Life Christian Church and World Outreach, Chuck and Lois Niemeyer, Rab Connecticut Water Systems, Reinhold Town Square Furniture, Robinson Construction Company, Joe and Jill Tolmer. So next year, if you pay more, then I'll say it's slower. Just teasing. I'm very much appreciative of that group helping out. There were many expenses, and again, we were able to get a few more statues, and it again, it's really added to the totality of this exhibit. So that's number 5. Nice to see you, and that's the window washer just down here, just down the street. His name is Bob. He's got a little Bob on him, so.
I like that.
It's a strong resemblance, Bob. So number 6 is sponsored by the Kosciuszko County Community Foundation. No Mommy, that one. This is the mother reading to the child that sits in front of the foundation, and in companion with that is Susie and her husband, number 14, Steve. They sponsored Time's Up, which is the policeman over here in front of. Yeah. And the interesting thing is, I look out the window every morning, and all the parking spots are filled except that one where. So is someone here from the foundation, or Susie? We knew she had a conflict tonight. Okay, well, we'll see that she gets her. And please thank her when you see her. Both her, Steve, and Susie, as well as the foundation, have sponsored 2 statues. So that's number 6, No Mommy, not that one, and then number 14, Time's Up, the policeman. Okay, number 7, sponsored by Miller's Mary Manor, Crossing Paths. These are the 2 gals engaged in some pretty spirited conversation right down here in the corner of Buffalo and Market Street. Miller's Mary Manor sponsored that, and that one I've seen every time I go by. There's somebody else on that bench talking to these ladies. Pat Boyle from Miller's Mary Manor. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Pat. Thanks for everything. Number 8. And this is probably one of my favorites because I can see it from my window and I watch it daily. I'm keeping an eye on it. God Bless America, sponsored by the Kosciuszko County Convention, Recreation, and Visitors Commission. Number 8, God Bless America. And also sponsored by the Convention and Visitors Commission is shaping up. Where's shaping up? Is that down? That's at the park. That's one at the park. So we'll have the commission come up. So the commission and the Bureau have done a marvelous job of promoting this. They've stepped up, sponsored the statues, and have just the marketing effort for this exhibition has been incredible. Everywhere you look, everywhere you listen, everywhere you read, there's something about this Walk and Wonder. And a large part is due to the work with the Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Convention and Visitors Commission. So again, we thank you very much. I think it's a little extra round of applause for them.